Hi, everyone. I wanted to take a moment to talk about something really important: deaf education in Burbank. The Deaf and Hard of Hearing, DHH, program in Burbank was once a regional gem. It produced confident, capable deaf leaders, some of whom I had the privilege to meet when I was a student at RIT in New York. That's when I made a promise to myself. If I ever had a deaf child, they would get the same strong foundation that the Burbank DHH program offered. Now, in 2021, my family of 5, including 3 deaf children, relocated to Burbank, and I was thrilled. My youngest son started preschool under Miss Wendy Wewell, a credentialed DHH teacher. For 3 years, we had finally found what felt like the perfect environment for my children's growth, education, and communication in American Sign Language. But everything changed at an IEP meeting on May 9th, 2024. We were preparing for my son Sebastian's transition to kindergarten. Miss Wewell and I had discussed specific goals for Sebastian, including 600 minutes of specialized academic instruction each week by a credentialed DHH teacher with direct ASL communication. He was supposed to be with Miss Wewell. I trusted them, and without a second thought, I signed the IEP. But that trust was violated. When I saw the finalized IEP, only 2 goals were included. My son was promised 600 minutes of specialized instruction, now reduced to only 150 minutes. And of the many goals we discussed, only 2 were on it. I'm not the only parent experiencing this either. Other parents have told me similar stories of their IEPs being stripped down. The district is weaseling its way around our children's needs. This isn't just a breach of trust. It's a violation of my son's legal rights. When school started in the fall, without notifying the parents of the arrangement changes, they placed him in a general education classroom with a general education teacher that doesn't sign, with only an interpreter and teacher's aides. They are ignoring his need for direct communication and specialized education. This is not the Burbank Regionalized Deaf Education Program that once set the gold standard for bilingual, bicultural deaf education. Under the Individuals with Disabilities Act, my son and every deaf child has the right to a free and appropriate public education in the least restrictive environment. And for deaf students, that environment must be language-rich, with peers and educators who communicate directly in ASL. A general education classroom simply doesn't provide that. Sebastian, like so many other deaf and hard of hearing students, is paying the price for this failure. Burbank's DHH program used to be the gold standard, and now it's being undermined. The district is failing in its legal and ethical duty to provide proper education to specialized instruction. I found out that this is happening in other deaf education programs too. As a parent and as an advocate for all DHH students in Burbank, I'm calling for the Burbank Regionalized Deaf Education Program to be restored to its former strength and philosophy, which was in place for 40 years. Our children deserve a bilingual, language-accessible program that helps them grow and thrive. Our children deserve better. My son deserves better. And this program deserves better. Thank you for your attention. If you feel compelled to join this cause, I ask you to read and sign the petition. Help me rattle the stars for our children.